Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another story time. The reason why I'm doing a story time is because I've noticed that you guys enjoy my story times more than like my actual vlogs. You do love the vlogs, you do engage with the vlogs, but then I'm just like, firstly, it's easier for me to shoot a story time, and then secondly, you guys enjoy my story times because they are not far apart from my original content that I post on my TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But before we get into today's story, I just want us to have a small nyana conversation. Actually, this story time is inspired by the city because I was there sometime, was it last week? I went to Durban last week and I didn't even post about it. I'm just like, I needed some breather. I needed to breathe a bit, and I was like, you know what? Let me just pack my bags and go to Durban. So when I was in Durban, I got to realize, I think I've reached a point where there are certain things that I want to do in private, and there are certain things that I want to do for myself and not share them on social media or put them out there. So my trip to Durban made me realize, sometimes you need time for yourself. Sometimes you need to do things for yourself without having people knowing your every move, if that is making sense. I choose what I want to put on social media and I choose what to keep private, because what I've noticed with content creators, no matter what is happening in your life, there's always a camera in front of your face, or there has to be a camera in front of your face, because you need to enjoy whatever that is happening and also share it with other people. But then when you share it with other people, you get to a point where you don't appreciate certain things anymore, because people will come with different opinions, or people will come and misquote you, or people will come and drive a certain narrative about you. But anyways, it is what it is. So don't be surprised if there are a few changes, because I'm at a point where I am trying to narrow down my niche. I'm trying to see what exactly I can do and focus on. So if it's cooking, the only thing that you'll be seeing is the stove. If it's lifestyle, the only thing that you'll be seeing is maybe the house and me traveling, but then not all my traveling, and maybe me purchasing. I think I've gotten to a point where I don't want to show items that I purchase on social media, especially if it's items that are like quite pricey. I don't want to show those on social media. I'm just like, it invites a lot of unnecessary attention and a lot of eyes, and people move weird. Hey, like people move very weird. So I'm just like, I don't want to get to that point where now people have an idea of like, oh, maybe he has this and that, or he's making a lot of money. Like, no, I think that part of my life, I need to learn to keep it private, and whatever that I'm buying, whatever that I will own, it will just be for me, not for people on social media. Okay? There's just a lot, guys, that I wish I can talk about, but then I don't wanna like take much of the time talking about that, because this video is not about that. This is a story time, and like I said, like the main reason why I'm doing this story time is because I've seen that you guys enjoy my story times more than the actual vlogs, because even when I look at the analytics, you guys quite engage with my story times more than the actual vlogs. So that's why I'm just like, okay, cool, let me just give you guys more story times. But then umbuzo wami is, kuzoyenzekani if the stories run out, because my stories are literally about boys, and then now I'm left with, I think, 2 boys to talk about. What's going to happen after those 2 boys that I've done story times about are like done? What are we going to talk about? Like, let's be honest, guys. Like, maybe you can let me know in the comment section. I wish I can ask you now and then you answer me now. But then if we run out of these story time topics, because we're now left with literally 2 boys. So if we are to run out of the story time topics, what are we going to talk about? Like, honestly, ningichazela, maybe ningangichazela, ngizo-understanda kangcono okwamanje ndihlangahlangene. Yay! This story time is inspired by the city where I was. So I was in Durban, and then when I was in Durban, it took me back to 2022, where I was seeing this boy, and then he went on a trip to Durban, and then he told me that he's just going to meet his friends. Ikanti uhambe nomfana. I was one baby. Guys, niyabona abafana bale special place. Angifuni nokuthi kwaheli, kodwa ngisho khona kwaheli. Abafana into abasazoyichaza ezulwini, I am telling you, abafana into abasazoyichaza ezulwini inkulu kabi. inkulu kabi, angifuni uqamba amanga. So this is 2022, if I'm not mistaken, because I moved to that place in 2021 December, and then I started knowing him, I think around Jan. I don't know, but then yeah, I think I started knowing him around 2022. How we met. Okay, he saw me because he was friends with the security, right? So whenever he knocks off from work or whatever, he would just sit by the security desk or by the security area with the security or whatever, because they were friends, right? So apparently he would see me walking in and out of the building. Let's say I'm going to buy something, I walk out, and then I come back after purchasing that thing. So he would see me like that until it got to a point where the security lady calls me, and then she's like, I kono but okhala. I'm like, but I'm very, I don't want to say that I'm rude, but then when it comes to our fana, I always have my wall up. When it comes to our fana, I'm feeling it. Ufunani, utufunando. But then, like, I didn't really give him a hard time, but I gave him a hard time, kind of. Like, I didn't just, like, quickly fall for it. But then, yeah, so the security lady comes to me. I don't want to use her name. That's why I'm calling like her as like security lady. I don't want to use her name because it's going to be too obvious. But then she came to me and then she was like, "I kono poto kala and he's interested in you." I just brushed it off and I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, if he wanted me, he could have said something, or he would have come to me and said something. Why does he have to be now going through the people to get to me? I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I think after a day or so, I can't really remember the timeline because we're now in 2025, guys. This is something that happened 3 years ago. So yeah, we get to a point where I think the security lady asked for my numbers, and then I gave her my numbers. Hi, Ken. After giving her my numbers, namsende curious phela ukuthi hayibo brothers, what does he want? What does he want? Say what you want. Say what you want. Now, one thing about me, when you are asking me out, stand your ground. Like, know your case. Cause traffic if you are not sure about your story. So I love someone that is very confident and someone that will, like, someone who would, like, sort of like, not to say claim me, but then I want to feel claimed. I want to feel like, no, man, this person is... why is this person like trying to make me feel like, because you know one thing about me, it takes a lot for me to feel some type of way. And as lababati, they feel butterflies in their stomach. So good in your stomach, because the only thing that is supposed to be in your stomach and the only thing that you're supposed to be feeling is food, if not diarrhea in your stomach. So when allow my butterflies what that are busy doing marathon, you send bolt in your stomach when you see boys. Okay, cool. We get to that point where I give the security lady my number, and then she gives him my numbers. But then he takes time, man, to text. He takes time to respond, and then I go back to the security lady, like texted her over, like, this person, and then she was like, "Oh no, I gave him your numbers," and then I think the security lady asked him. And then that's when, like, he texted me after the lady had asked him, like, when you still haven't texted this person, Pella. But then, yeah, so he texted me, because we're staying in the same building, most. We're literally in the same building. And I low-key, in as much as we unfollowed each other on social media, but then I low-key think that he watches my content, because he does reach out every now and then, and he would just say like all these random things. Then I'm just like, okay, cool. Where else would you have gotten that unless and until you are watching my content? We don't follow each other anymore. That's the thing, because when we went our separate ways, we never fought, we never blocked each other. We just like, went our separate ways. Okay, I'm the problem. I'm the one who walked away. One thing about me, I'm very quick to walk away. If I see like this situation is not working for me, this situation is stressing me more than bringing me any peace, I walk away. So, okay, your brothers text me again, and then we start talking. Okay, and then eventually we ended up meeting, because he was driving. So we met, and then we spoke a bit. And I don't know how we got to the point of sleeping over. What I know is it happened very quick and fast in a hurry. I literally cannot trace how we got to the point of sleeping over at each other's places. Well, okay, he would want me to sleep over at his place, and I would like normally go to his place because we were literally in the same building. But then I'm just trying to figure out now, well, like, how did we get to that point? Because there was no conversation that was had most before. But like, hey, siyazenza izinto. Siyazenza izinto. But anyways, yeah, we started talking, and then yeah, we would like hang out more often, chill together, eat together. He would cook, eat with him, and I think I only cooked twice, and then he ate at my place twice, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected. I'm not really sure, but then I just remember, oh, like it wasn't like a lot of times, because I used the one that would like always cook, and obviously when I'm at his place, like we will eat together. But then, yeah, we got to that point of, we're like, okay, cool, we're now like visiting each other. Like, it was cute though. It was a bit cutish. I don't want to lie to you. It was a bit cute because, so when he knocks off from work, my apartment was on the ground floor. So when he knocks off from work, he parks. So the parking area was also like, it's literally behind my apartment. And he was parking literally behind my apartment. I think it was like two parking pods from my apartment. So he would park his car and then walk into, because like there was a wall that was dividing the parking pod and my balcony door. So he would like park his car, and then he comes and stands over the wall, and then he calls my name. It was cute. Then I would know, well, like if I hear a car around 5, I know that it's him parking. And then I know that any minute from now, I'm going to hear him calling my name. And he will do that, man, almost every day. Like, almost, not every day, but then almost every day. Because, yeah, obviously, he wouldn't call me. But then, I didn't know. I just thought, like, oh, maybe he's tired. Or maybe today he just... in the building. Guys! But like, I don't want to lie to you. I don't regret anything when it comes to him. I literally do not regret anything because we were not dating. That's the thing. We were not dating, but then he was behaving like we were dating. Like, if I do something, he would be jealous. If I'm talking to someone, he would be jealous. Guys, because the security lady will tell her, well, like, oh no, there's someone at his place. And then he would like be jealous. I remember there was this one time, he came and knocked at my door while I was with a boy that I was starting to see, because he had made it clear more so like we are not dating, he doesn't want to date me or whatever. So me and Nama started seeing other people, and then there was someone that was promising, and that boy was at my place. And then now he comes and knocks. Then I'm like, hey, Pudi, what's happening? And then he was like, yeah, I want to talk to you, whatever, blah, blah. And he knew that there was someone in the house because he wanted to come in. I told him, so I was like, no, I'm with someone. And then he was like, not to say heartbroken, because I don't know whether that was being real or he was faking it. But then he did look like as if like he's a bit off. He's not okay or whatever. But then I'm just like, but we are not dating. That's the thing. We are not dating. But anyways, rewind. So now, like I was saying, like we started talking, we started hanging out with each other, we started like, sleeping over. Okay, I'll sleep over at his place and whatever, and then he leaves in the morning, goes to work. When he comes back, he calls my name, and then we go up, and then it was cute. I don't want to lie to you. You would swear that we're in a relationship, but then it wasn't a relationship. Okay, sharp. And then obviously, like, he knew a few people in the entertainment space. He had friends that are in the entertainment space. But then that was also before I became like popular. It was when I was still like this was in 2022. So I was also trying to grow my social medias. I had the numbers, but then I didn't have like massive numbers like these people had at that time. But then now I'm just like sit down. Oh, now, honey, I am racking the numbers in, or whatever they say. I don't know what they say. I don't know why racking came in my mind. I honestly do not know why racking came in my mind, but then it is what it is. So yeah, I had friends in the, I would want to say influencer space, but then, yeah. And then, at that time, because they had this number of followers, so I had that thing, like, oh no, these are cool people. I mean, these are cool kids in Zanzi, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Guys, poverty will make you feel like other people are superior than you. But guys, imali guys iqakathekile in this life, because if you don't have money, you're literally going to feel like other people are better than you. Well, they're not, because the minute you start getting used to these people and start talking to them, you are just like, oh, well, this person just has numbers on social media, but in real life, like there's nothing. Eh? There's nothing. You know, guys, you know that I cooked for this guy. Oh, yes, okay, but then yeah, we got to that point where we were like I was saying, well, we got to that point where we were hanging out more often, we're like chilling with each other more often, sleeping over and stuff like that. Okay, cool. And then we got to a point where okay, he was telling me that okay, since his friends are influencers and creators, he also wants to tap into that space. Bob the Builder. Was I not the one busy editing YouTube videos? Why is I not the one busy giving tips on how to... I feel like screaming. Because, guys, like, one thing about me, when I start talking about these things, that's when I noticed, like, I was actually taken for a ride. At least other people are being taken for granted. I'm being taken for a ride. Like, what the hell? Sana, when he told me that he wants to start his... content creation journey, Sana, I was the one that was busy googling how to be a YouTuber, how to get subscribers on YouTube, how to YouTube ideas, what kind of content to create on YouTube. Guys, I was the one editing intros, YouTube intros. Get busy with my intro, editing his vlog. Guys, the fact that I'm talking about it now, I feel like crying, I feel like screaming. Because what the hell? What have I been through? Crazy. Okay, we get to a point where I'm going to share like 2 scenarios that made me walk away from him. Okay, the first thing, I was now seeing someone, and then I think he knew that he had that, not to say power over me, but then he had that effect on me, or like whatever he says goes. Guys, to tell you that I left my partner sleeping at my place to go and if I say sleep with this boy, you guys are going to think of something else. But then I slept over at his place, but then nothing happened. Yeah, because we were just chilling and we were smoking happily. And then I passed out at his place. Guys, I left my partner in my apartment downstairs for this mumu boy. I went upstairs to chill with this guy until I fell asleep. And then now I'm waking up, it's in the morning. When I got back to my place, my partner was gone. He had left. And then I was like, you know what? I understand. I would also do the same if I am visiting my partner and then they just disappear on me. They don't tell me where they're going. They just disappear. And then they don't sleep in the house. In their house on top of that. I was like, I understand. But then when I spoke to him, I told him that I was with a friend upstairs. Then like I passed out. I fell asleep. And then he was understanding. Now, the things that ticked me off with this boy. First thing, tell me why my friend and I, because obviously, like my friend, that's my ride or die. Like my friend is my friend. My friend is like, we've been friends, I think, since 2021. We've been friends, if not 2021, yes, since 2021. We've been like this. And also, we are staying in the same building. That's the thing. So I would like always like have conversations with my friend and tell him over like, hey dude, this is what's happening in my life. I'm seeing this guy, I'm seeing this boy. And then like they knew each other because my friend, where he works, we would like drive from Maboneng to where my friends work just to chill and whatever, like that kind of a vibe. We'll go to clubs with this guy because he would offer to drive, and then we're like, okay, cool, let us go, and then all of us go. So my friend was in the loop. My friend knew exactly what was happening. And then now, my friend's friend, I hope it's a friend, because my friend told me that they're a friend. But then the thing with guys, hey, I can come and introduce someone and say, that's my friend. But then my friend introduced that guy as a friend. And then, so yeah, I'm trying to put it in a way so that you guys don't get confused, right? My friend had a friend. And then his friend visited. So my friend's friend visited. Yeah? And then obviously my friend knew about my situation and no more guy upstairs. Now tell me why we found out later that these people right under our eye bags, I don't want to say nose, right under our eye bags, but then it makes sense because my friend is always at work and he works like odd hours. And now I'm also at my place. So if my friend's friend is at my friend's place, I can't be going there and be like, what are you up to? What are you doing? Whatever. Like, it doesn't make sense. So it turns out, well, like, since my friend's friend will be left alone in my friend's apartment, I don't know how they met. I don't know how they did the things, but they did the things that needed to be done. They did the things that needed to be done. So they met. I don't know whether they exchanged fluids or orgasms or whatever. I don't know. But then when my friend found out and told me, he was pissed. He was angry. And Nami on my end, I'm angry because this is supposed to be my guy. Now he's busy f***ing other people. Not only other people, but then you are fucking your friend's friend. And on top of that, you are messing up with someone that is literally in the same building as all of us. So that was the first red flag for me. I was like, you know what, dude, this is literally not going to work. And I'm just like, you know what, I like you. You're a nice person. Like, yeah, you are a vibe. You are literally someone that I can date. But then with this nonsense that you're pulling, yeah, I don't think I would want to be associated with you because who knows what else can you do? That's nothing. That move that you pulled, it's nothing. It's just an introduction. Hlala phansi sis. Hlala phansi uphuza amanzi ngoba nje usazoquleka. My friend had a conversation. I told my friend several times not to confront him. My friend, one thing about my friend, when he's angry, he's angry. That's one thing about him. When he's angry, he's angry. No matter how much you try to talk him out of his situation, he will never listen. If he wants to confront someone right now, he will do it. Even if you talk him, no friend, it's not worth it, don't do it. I don't know how many times I've told him, no, it's not worth it, don't do it. Did he not do it? He did it. So I know my friend, I know how he is, and when he's frustrated, I know, but like, he won't rest until whatever is bothering him has been confronted, talked about, and everything is in the clear. So my friend confronted him, and then he refused. My friend confronted my guy, and then my guy refused everything, denied everything. Okay, sharp. And then now my friend confronted his friend, and then obviously the friend confirmed everything. Over like, okay, cool. Yeah, I met this guy. This and that happened, whatever. So now it was like one against the other because one is saying we met, the other is saying we never did anything with this person. We don't know. I don't know this person or whatever. But then eventually he got to a point where he agreed to, like, yeah, we met or whatever. So that was one thing with me that made me to be like, you know what, this guy, it's chai. Now with the second thing, like how I was saying, that was just the introduction because I was thinking, one thing about me, I always think of the worst. I am so sorry. I always think of the worst because I need to protect myself. I need to put myself in a position, like, if shit goes south, I can still protect myself. I can still protect my heart. I don't want to be one of those people that go through a heartbreak. Now ngiyalila. Usanzani Nkosi yami. Usanzani ngimthanda kangaka. Ngimnikeza yonke indawo. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I'll respond to it. It's an email though. It came in yesterday. I didn't see it. Okay, I'll respond to it. So I don't want to be that person who like saying like a manje. Oh, usanzani bakithi. Oh, usebuliwe. Ngimthanda kangaka. Kamnikeza inhliziyo yami. Kamenzela noma yini afunayo. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. One thing about me, if it's done, it's done. I live. Just like that. Hi, Gabi. If it's done, it's done. I just live. On to the second thing. Yeah? Obviously, we were now at that point where we are not really, because we are not dating much. Let's start there. We are not dating, And there's just like, yeah, there's nothing happening. There's nothing literally happening. So we're just like, you know what? Yeah, let's just. Okay. So now on to the second thing. Yeah? I knew that there was a boy in his life. But then he told me that that boy is an ex. He told me that they're no longer together. They broke up. Yeah? Okay, sharp. Now, how I knew that there was a boy in his life. Yeah? One day he takes my phone. He asks to use my phone. And then I give him my phone. Then he goes to Instagram. And then he searches for this boy's name. Right? So it appears they had misunderstanding with that boy, and that, let me just close this because it's going to keep on distracting me. They had a misunderstanding with the boy, and then the boy blocked him. So now he wanted to verify that he's blocked because he took my phone and then went to Instagram and searched for this boy's name, right? And then he could see that he can see him from my account, but then he can't see him from his account. So then I started asking myself, like, okay, cool, who is this person? Yeah, well, then went to the boy's Instagram. I could see the boy. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then now, because I don't want to ask. I don't want to look like maybe I'm being snoopy or whatever. So I didn't want to ask. I mean, I took his phone, went to his WhatsApp and searched for I love you. I remember I searched for babe. I searched for baby. I searched for I love you. And then I saw conversations. That's when I saw, like, or knew, like, okay, cool. There's a boy in his life because there was like that one. That was the only guy that they were exchanging I love yous with on his phone, right? And then now he got to a point where he ended up telling me about this boy, and then but then he said to me they are no longer together. He said they're no longer together, they are no longer dating. All right. Now, tell me why the security lady loved that woman through the moon and back and ngiyomthengela ice cream because wow. So the security lady sees me the other day, and then uyangibona ngiyadlula engathi ngiya on their side, on the boys' side of the block, and then she asked me like ngiyaphi, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm just going to my friend's place, and then she's like, okay, cool, and then athi give me, okay, ithini into. I'm like, ithini into, which into ke manje? Athi yeah, phela uguy ulana. Ngithi guy, which guy are you talking about? I don't know any guy. Yeah, no, boy ulana or whatever. The ex, the boy that I was told was an ex. Boy ulana, blah 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 blah. And then she tells me, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Sisakhuluma sinjalo, sisakhuluma kunjalo. Sibani elevator iyavula. My elevator ivula kuphuma boy ne laundry basket. Uyoneka ini impahla zikabe. The ex is coming out of the elevator with a laundry basket of his clothes, and he's going to the washing line. I'm like, oh, okay. I could see his face because I'm like, okay, cool. I saw this face from Instagram, so he is quite familiar. And then the security lady also confirms. She's like, yeah, no, that's him, whatever. Then I'm like, no, I can't be angry because we are not dating. He said he doesn't want to date. So I can't like, hey, must no. So it is what it is. And then apparently it was not the first time that boy like came there. Apparently he would come there and then he would be sneaked in. Yabo? So that mina ngingazi phela, so that mina ngingaboni. Yabo? Then I'm like, oh, okay. Yabo, mina one thing about me, I'm very good at keeping my distance. I'm very good at minding my business. Ngithule njani? Ngithule zwi and let it pass. Right? And then now I see them. I don't know, I think my door was open and I don't know what I was doing, but then I see them going to the car. And then he says to me, they were just driving. I don't know what they were going to buy. So they were just driving like out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Never said anything. One thing about me, I know my place. I'll just stay at my place. I don't like bothering people. Stress. I kept quiet and then they left. Now the second time I see them, they had bags. And then I'm just like, oh, okay. I wasn't told that he's leaving. So now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not even going to start asking over like, or whatever. Kept quiet, minded my business. Gandhi, they were driving. They had a whole road trip to Durban. I'm like, okay, cool. So when he tells me about the trip, because he tells me about the Durban trip after when he had came back from Durban, and now the boy has left. So apparently with the boy, they had a misunderstanding in Durban again. Now that they had a misunderstanding and they're not talking, he comes back to me, right? Because it started with the security lady telling me, like, oh no, he's not okay. Check on him. At that time, he was ube fuck off in Kosimpelo, ube fanda moyen. Ube gowisha haye kancane, ube departure. Ube departure ephela yazi umuntu aphele umbhekile because it started getting sick and all that and whatever. Apparently it was stress. And then now the security lady obviously was worried because they were friends, and then she comes to me and says, oh, please check on him because wow, he's going through the motion. Uyagowisha umfana is stressing, umfana umlahlile and I'm like, hey bo, mina kusho ukuthi yimi uBob the Builder, mina kusho ukuthi yimi iCEO. Yimi is CEO and president and founder of Usia Duduza and Partners. Sakisizwe and Partners, Sakisizwe and Co. Kusho ukuthi mina ngiyaduduza ngingumduduzi manana. Ngiyiholadi inkosi impela. Ngiyiholadi ngiyaduduza. Now I have to be duduzing him after everything that he's been doing. And mind you, this person, like, guys, that boy was so good in the sense that he would make you want him. Like, he would literally make you want him. You could feel his absence. Even if he's not talking to you, you could feel like, no, today there's someone that I haven't talked to. I'm not okay. That's how, like, I don't want to say that's how powerful he was, but then that's how much control he had over me or he had over my emotions. Ne? Okay, uboy, yeah, okay, uboy, yeah, Goa and all that, and then I check up on him. Like Mzotin. Check up on him, okay. I remember even there was a time when he was sick, and then I think I was like, I don't know what was happening with him. I had to accompany him to the surgery and all that. Like, it's all cool, nothing deep, né? And then we go to a point where he told me about his Durban trip. No, with the Durban trip, I only found out from the security lady that they had a misunderstanding with that boyfriend in Durban. Right? Okay, cool. He never told me anything about it. He never told me anything about it. Because even with the boy, for me to even know about the boy, like, it took him forever to tell me about it. And he told me, well, like, it's an ex. And these people are dating. It's just like on and off. Because apparently they were staying together before. But then, yeah, what is it called? The boy moved out. They were staying together before. And then the boy, who I was told is the ex, moved out. So ever since then, they've been on and off, right? Kusho mina bengi roundabout. Mina bengi roundabout, mabu off, mina I come on. Mabesiba on, mina ngiyaqina. Hey, yazi kubhlungu kuba, hey, singamajeki empilweni. Singamajeki, sijeke ama-relationship wabantu kanje. Singomagedlela. Sijeke ama-relationship wabantu kanje. Hey, the life that we are living. Well, the life that I was living, because that was then, not now. Okay, cool. So he told me about his Durban trip, and then he asked me to edit his vlog. Mind you, he had said that he wants to start his what? His life or career as a content creator, right? And then he asked me to edit for him. I think I edited on his phone, if I'm not mistaken. So he showed me the footage, whatever. Sana, not me being busy creating mama intro, YouTube intros, not me being busy with the editing, doing this, going to Instagram, screenshot, link this, do that. Yay! Creating his YouTube, his YouTube content, taking the content that he shot in Durban and editing it as well so that it blends in from the intro to the end and all that. Tell me why I'm editing. Mind you, he told me that he's going to Durban alone. He told me that he's going to meet his friends in Durban. He didn't tell me that he's going to Durban with someone, yet alone with a boy. Or yet alone with that boy. I'm in the middle of the editing of the video. Man getting a part where I don't know what he was shooting or what he was saying in that part. And then you could see there was a door. And then in that door, in as much as that door was slightly closed, you can see that there is someone because there was movement. And then I'm like, what the hell? What did I do? Left the editing app, went to his gallery. When I checked, why am I seeing the boy? I'm seeing videos of that boy with him. I'm seeing videos of the boy driving. I guess my boy say because from Joburg to Durban, it's like 6 hours. So I guess they were exchanging in terms of driving. And then I'm like, why am I seeing this person? I'm seeing videos. Even what I also understand that if it was the boy that took those videos. But then it's him taking these videos, acting all cool, busy lapho. Ngathi sport, ngathi yinja ene 2 days ngathi ubhizi. Hey, I was like, I cringed, and that was it. Like literally, I don't even know where I got the power to finish editing that vlog. But then after I edited for him, gave him his phone back, and I left. And I left. When I left, that's when I started distancing myself from him. It wasn't nice at first because I was now used to this person. And one thing about me, I wouldn't want to say that I'm a loner, but I spend most of my time alone. So when I get into a relationship, I would want to now spend all my time with my partner because I don't have a lot of friends and all my friends are working 9 to 5. So they're always at work. We don't get to chill together as often as we would want to because they always have to work. So now I get bored because I'm always in the house and so I end up turning my partner into a friend and I would want to be with you every day. So it was hard at first because now I'm used to being with this person. I'm used to sleeping next to this person. I'm used to this person cooking and we're eating together. I'm used to going out and buying whatever food, quotas or whatever with this person. Now I have to let them go because they're seeing someone else. Then at the same time, I was just like, there's nothing that you can do about it because if a person does not choose you, then they literally do not want to be with you. You are constantly going to get hurt. You are constantly going to be someone they call whenever they are bored or horny. I said what I said. So I'm just like, it's not worth it for me. And then I decided to walk away. And that was the time I started distancing myself. So the quickest way for me to heal from the whole thing was to leave my I know it's crazy, but then I left my apartment in Maboneng and then moved to a different apartment in a different area because I moved from Maboneng to Joburg South because I just couldn't deal with it anymore in the sense that I am trying to detach from this person, but then I'm seeing their car behind my apartment literally every day. I'm hearing their voice literally every day whenever they're going to work and whenever they're coming back. When I go out, there's a chance that I'll pass them sitting at reception. So it wasn't something that I can stand at that time. Then I was like, you know what, it's not healthy for me, let me just leave. Guys, I was just young by then. I was just a baby. Now I'm ngidlala lo daughter, ngidlala lo nontsonto. I was just young then, but then I'm glad that I handled everything the way I did. Because it's a lesson at the end of the day that made me stronger, and also it showed me, like, you know what, if you're not happy or comfortable in a space, learn to walk away. And then I started distancing myself from a boy until we got to a point where we were not talking. I moved out from the apartment, or from the building rather, and then I unfollowed him on all social media platforms. Well, he was following me on Instagram only. I didn't know about, I don't know about other platforms, but then I was only aware that he follows me on Instagram only. So I unfollowed him on Instagram, only for me to check after some time, go like, he's also unfollowed me. And then I'm like, okay, cool, good for you, boo. And then also I got to learn that he also moved from that building. And yeah, he now stays in a different location, and so there was just like a lot of changes around both of us because I left first and then he also left, and yeah, we just went to separate places. And then I think he texted me sometime in, I don't really remember when, but then it was after, let me just quickly check. He texted me on, because even on WhatsApp, I deleted his numbers immediately, with immediate effect, Kesana. So he didn't even bother to text me on WhatsApp, which is okay, because I just deleted his numbers and then kept it moving. I didn't block him. So if he wanted to make this work, or if he wanted some closure, or if he wanted us to talk, he could have literally like texted me and, spoke to me. But then he didn't, so I'm just like, it is what it is. Each to their own, Kesana. I just want to quickly check the date of when he texted me. He's now private. His account is now private. What a wonderful God we save. Crazy, hectic. But then yeah, because I checked his account sometime last week, and it was public, so all of a sudden it's now private. I want. But anyways, it is what it is. But anyways, it is what it is. So yeah, he tried texting me. I think it was sometime, just that I can't access my DMs right now. I'm using my MacBook and I can't open my. Can I search on this MacBook? Does it allow me to? No, it's not allowing me to. But then it was sometime last year after when was it? After it was after no, after July, because it was already when I was staying here. And then he texted and then he was like, oh yeah, no, I would love for us to meet and chill and talk sometime. And we were supposed to meet on a weekend, that weekend. And then he just went cold and I kept quiet because I'm just like, Aibo, I can't be running after men. Angeke ngithi ngincenge impilo ngiphinde ngincengane namadoda. I cannot. So as a son, and then that was the last time I spoke to him. After, before that, actually, it had now been a long time without talking to him, because I last spoke to him in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Last spoke to him in 2023, because that's when I moved from that place, and then only spoke to him in 2024 after July. And we just spoke for a day, and then yeah, we were supposed to meet. We never met, and then that was just about it. After that, we never spoke again. We never met till today. So yeah, I hope he's okay, and I hope life is treating him well, and I pray and hope that he's going to, be a better person. I pray and hope that he's going to find someone that is going to love him like he deserves to be loved, and he wants to be loved, because I'm not going to lie, he's such a sweet person, but so I'm just praying and hoping that he's going to find someone that is going to love him for who he is and how he wants to be loved, unlike all these people that he's been meeting apart from me, that have been giving him hell. And I wish him nothing but the best. We don't hate on people this side. We don't hate on our exes or our sneakerlings or past experiences. We just love and leave you and continue loving you from a distance. So if he's going to say this, just know that I wish you nothing but the best. You were a great person. You were sweet, lovely. You were just a nice person. And I pray and hope that you're going to find someone that is going to love you the way you deserve to be loved and show you how true love can be. Unfortunately, it couldn't be me. And now, it can't be me. Okay? But anyways, guys, that's the entire story. That's our story time for today. I hope you guys enjoy this story time, and I hope that you are going to subscribe and like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next story time, I guess. Keep well. Love you to the moon and back, and appreciate your love and support. Mwah.